What is the first thing you think of when you look at a bug? Most people scream and run away, and others squash the poor thing. The general public are unaware of the importance of insects to our planet. They make up about 80% of all animal species and are crucial for the functioning and biodiversity of our ecosystems. Let's look at the honeybee, for example. The fuzzy, striped, buzzing pollinator has many things going for it. It plays a major role in our agriculture production, promotes plant reproduction, and can even act as a model for human democracy. Honeybees are a unique animal because of their complex language system, but instead of them talking through their mouths, they use a dance language we call the waggle dance. There are two things they use this dance language for: distance and direction communication. When the bee finds an appealing site for resource gathering or a new hive location, they use the waggle dance to cast their vote in a hive-wide democracy. What is the waggle dance? The dance is a figure eight consisting of two movements, the waggle run and the return phase. The waggle run is where the bee shakes its body, or waggles, as it moves forward. After a specific length and time, the bee returns to its original position to repeat the dance. The main communication of the bees is found in the length and the direction of the waggle run. The direction is measured using the sun. Their site of interest is measured in the angle from the sun, which is 0 degrees, and continues to 360 degrees clockwise. They recreate this angle in the hive by dancing in the direction of the angle in relation to the sun, which communicates to her sisters the direction of the site. The length is measured in time of dancing, which will correlate to the distance of the site of interest. 1 second is about 725 meters, so if the waggle run was 3 seconds long, then the site of interest would be about 2,175 meters away. Because there's variation in distance and direction communication, the waggle dance isn't always accurate or precise. Therefore, there may be discrepancies in how far a bee will say a site is, or where it is in relation to the hive. But this, with other cues, is good enough for a sister bee to find the site. The most interesting thing about the waggle dance is that it's used for voting. If a site is particularly promising, the bee who found it will repeat her waggle dance over and over again to let her sisters know that the site is really good. Other bees will at some point hear her because her repetitive musings are louder than other scout bees. Her sisters will then check out the spot because they've heard such rave reviews about it, and then if they like it, they join on the advertising. Other bees will have sites they're promoting, but the louder the noise is about one site, the more votes there will be, and eventually, when the majority of bees are dancing for the site, the colony will choose it, even if there are still bees vouching for another place. In the case of finding new sites for new colonies, the entire swarm will move there collectively. There are no arguments, no fights, it's just natural in the wild democracy.